I remember now. I remember hearing the story about this dude, Russ Dizdar, and he said, man, before he got saved, according to his story about it, he's like he was getting high with his homies basically, like they was tripping on acid or something, and drinking and smoking pot, and this dude Gus ends up at this party and he's trying to preach to everyone, and everyone, and these are all tough guys supposedly. That's what Russ Dizdar said too. And look, everyone fleed in 7 directions. And that's what my buddy just said to me too. He's like, your enemies will flee from you in 7 directions. And listen, that's what's happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? Is that it's in a way it's my like my mom used to call me that POD, and that meant prophet of doom. And this is even before I was really serious like I am now. I was just dabbling in understanding this stuff. I was only half hearted about it. You know what I'm saying? And when I really learned to talk this stuff and got reinvigorated once I found out that the conspiracy, by being driven to figure out the conspiracy, it actually made me go back over the Bible again. And then when you can apply Bible, politics, conspiracy, and listen, no one wants to hear it. People flee from me in 7 directions. No joke. That I'm not alone because what was me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, I'll tear your damn eyeballs out. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no chump. I just learned to restrain myself. And people take that as humble as some kind of weakness. Or you're some kind of bitch nigga. And that's, I mean, dude, you say that to my face. You know what I'm saying? And you picking yourself up off the ground. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's like seriously, like people do got me way understood. You know what I'm saying? Because I listen. It's because I draw you in with bait to make you think one way, but it's really another, to teach you a lesson. I try anyway. I try my damnedest. And you know, I've learned tactics from people too. I don't like their ambush gaslighting, but I don't mind a little draw in. Because I mean, if you study the whole push hands philosophy, that it's a lot of pushing and pulling and sensing and feeling, and and this is the same thing with this conversational gymnastics and their dirty freaking tricks. See, there's the thing. It's like in that movie, The Patriot. The dude's like, the British dude says, he goes, "Hey, which manner in which we fight this war shows which type of men we are." Eventually, he gives up on that and just says, "We got to be all out pieces of shit." That's what most people have done, the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to resist the temptation to do that myself because it's so dang effed up out here. So, you know what I'm saying? All these people trying to chip at you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to break you down when it's like, wait a second, man. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait a second. I don't need that from you right now. You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to... But it's like this. What I realized in the Bible, when it says, don't, or do good to your enemies, and it's like heaping coals on their head. A lot of people think that's like throwing fire in their eyes, which I could do that too, but only if, you know, God specifically told me, hey, grab that fire and throw that in that giant's eye. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but no, I think it really means it's like to do them a service. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it's almost like give them a freaking massage. You know what I'm saying? In a way, someone's being real shitty to you. Be good to them, and till you get past their shittiness. That's really what it's saying, and then not hating them over it. You know what I'm saying? And that's real tough. That's the mental discipline that this takes, and it's not freaking easy. There are some really frustrating people out here, and we're in a really frustrating time, and there's just a lot of sabotage and just distractions and straight up trickery, like straight up, no joke, magician city. And people have been indoctrinated into magicianry, and they don't even realize it. And that's why it's so freaking difficult sometimes out here. And I'm guilty too. I went through the same damn school systems most of us did. And people try to cut me down for that now, when it's not my freaking fault. And despite the damage they try to do to me, I still learned real stuff anyway. That's the beauty of it. It is kind of almost like the Tupac rolls through concrete thing. It's really these little plants that barely push, really, eventually end up busting through the damn concrete when all you other people standing, oh, we're trying to flex and act all cool. You break when it really comes down to it because you ain't never had to be tested like that. You know, like my buddy Moses put me onto something. He was like this. He was like, look, Chris, he goes, when this thing goes down and everything falls apart, he goes, those hobos that we all look down on right now, he goes, they'll be going on in his life as usual. But he goes, that rich man that has all this money in the game, and when it ain't worth anything and it's all wasted, he's gonna shoot himself. He's gonna shoot himself. There's the difference, and people don't get that. They're so deceived. They're so material minded and hoarder minded that they don't see, man. What it's like. It doesn't even take all that really, but it'd be nice to have it. But not everyone has that luxury. You know what I'm saying? And then you make fun of us for it, cut us down, try to stomp out those flowers busting up through the concrete. Finally, because I know I'm not the only person who's aware of this process, and that's the real reason. It's the ones that you didn't expect to grow are growing now. You know what I'm saying? The ones you try to snuff out, the ones that were hidden in the least place like you'd expect. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come busting up through the fucking concrete. And these people ain't gonna know what to do then. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I said, so be humble, man. Don't even me saying I'll tear your eyeballs out. I would have had you, but I really don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather you just be cordial, and I'll be cordial. That's really the way men operate with one another. They're cordial even if they don't like each other. It ain't gotta be a pissing contest, man. I don't want to see your dick. You know what I'm saying? Keep that thing in your pants, man. I thought we was adults, gentlemen, mature. Guess not. You know what I'm saying? I guess we're not. I guess you're just like the dirty tricks, man. You don't care what manner you have to fight to win this war. And there's the difference, man. And I've done some dirty things myself, believe it. And I'm not too proud to admit that. But look, it's like on Enter the Dragon when they take the dude down to the initiation and they're like, man, so there's love, you won't go all the way then, will you? And the dude's like, no, I don't even know why you'd even ask me that. And then, now he's got to die before fight his way out. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's one of them type of situations, man. What they want someone who can go all the way, and that takes an evil person without a conscience, man. Really, they have to, or with a broken conscience anyway, a psychopath, sociopath. That's not me. That's one of the reasons they're mad, because they figured they could psychopath, sociopath me, and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Through their magicianry and their fucking incremental sabotages and attacks and troll campaigns and algorithms and psychological experiments and sociological Facebook manipulation. I mean, look, dude, I've been through some weirdness in this. You know what I'm saying? You do. It's designed to give you that kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe I'm getting from the internet, because it kind of does tax you to have to gaze into this stuff. You take all the resistance and the attacks and the ambushes. They're always setting up these freaking ambushes, dude, and just trying to play fucking games, man, all the time. It freaking really sucks, man. I mean, they're really discouraging, man. I've had to endure a lot of like covert aggression. I just seen that, and it's like people. It would look like gang stalking, but it's really not. It's just most people are covertly aggressive. This is the way they are, because some of these people, the real guys who get paid for a living, they're businessmen. So it's like, in a way, we're kind of competition out here, but we're not getting paid for it. So they try to discourage us so they don't really have to let no one else in. I mean, that's the way I see it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They try to see if they'll put their feelers out. Or it's like when you try to text with someone, there's no way you can have a real fucking conversation. Everything gets twisted. Especially when Mercury's all fucked up right now and they're messing up the atmosphere. Miscommunications happen, and then it turns into something that wasn't